you call me out upon the waters, the great unknown.
This is the only 24-hour medical facility in Grabouw with 7 beds. We are only funded for 4 beds. The rest is private funding and sponsors. But you know what? We are celebrating our 10th anniversary this year. So we are saying that ThembaCare is this lighthouse in this community. It's a beacon for everybody that needs hope. And it's just amazing. It's just amazing how people, that 85 people that went through this unit last year, 55 could go back to their homes and to their families. And that's amazing. God didn't put us there to save everybody. He put us there to make a difference in one person's life. And it starts at your own back door. You will meet Pinky now. She's a cerebral palsy. She's 41 years old. She's the most amazing person. If you ever complain of pain, just go to her and you will forget that you've got pain. Because she's making life worth living. Although she's bedridden, can't sit up, can't eat by herself, but she's just that sparkle of breath air.
Hi,
Pinky's my
Pinky.
angel. Wave to them. Say hello. And Pinky loves a bango. You see, I also got one today. Well, and sometimes it's the joys fight, ne? But sometimes I can be, like I said, this charming little angel. But I need to be strict as well. Because look at you. You couldn't stand up. And now you're walking, ne?
There is a large influx of people that come into this area to work on the farms as farm workers. And so when they come from the Eastern Province, which is a province away from the Western Cape, they come here looking for jobs because there is a high rate of unemployment in the Eastern Cape, but there's also equally a high rate of unemployment in this area. So what happens is when they come here, there isn't enough housing, there's insufficient housing, and they set up shacks. So you might have seen on your way in all the informal housing areas, and some of them they're overcrowded. If one of you gets TB, then the whole house, if you're 10 people in one little shack, because you can see those little shacks, so it's a whole family, the whole family will contract TB. So the infection rate is one of the highest in the Western Cape, and particularly in this district, the Overbed district. And it comes down, it boils down to poverty, lack of employment, inadequate housing, and those are the psychosocial issues that impact on the health care of this community. Because the two is a killer. Once you're HIV, your immune system is down and you get HIV, it's a killer. If you're not taking the right treatment, ARV therapy and TB treatment, you are going to deteriorate and eventually it leads to death. So the two are a deadly combination. Already this year, I am sitting at a deficit, which I don't know how to bridge. And then in the community, in the home-based care, we have more than 450 patients that we oversee, and that department is run by Sister Berenice, and that government does not even fund us for.
So basically we're taking the service to the people. They are bedridden or can't come to the clinic or can't come to ThembaCare. Okay, so we get referrals from hospitals, from other hospices, and from the day hospital, and we deal with cancer, we deal with HIV patients, TB patients. At the moment we've got 450 patients on our system.
And you visit them how often?
Mostly we need to visit them, at least for me it's once a month, every patient, because I won't be able to see 450 patients in a week. So our patients get categorized. Category 1 is the patients asymptomatic patients, so they don't actually need visits by a registered nurse. They can only get adherence support. And then category 2, it's more patients that's got more symptoms and problems. And then the category 3 patients is the patients that I really need to see every week. He's really doing well, and he can walk now. Before he was walking with a walking frame, and now he's up and running, and he's not a category 3 anymore. I can decategorize him to category 2 now, but still we need to keep on visiting him just to support him.
So moments like these, how do you feel?
Yeah, it's overwhelming to see patients, really, and it's really for us. This is why we do what we do every day. So some of our patients don't always have the, we don't live in a house, so they live in informal settlements. So this is the shacks that they live in. So 80% of our patients really lives in informal settlements.
Just like this?
Yes, just like this.
Wow.
So biggest difference, they don't have sufficient sanitation, water supply, roofs is leaking, windows, there's no windows, so they are more prone to infections and opportunistic infections and TB as well.
I will call upon your name. Keep my eyes above the waves. My soul will rest in your embrace. I am yours.
So my biggest takeaway was Miss Tandy. She just has this elegance and grace about her. For her to be having so much backlash or opposition sometimes, and to still just have such grace and poise, I think was incredible. And I let her know, I said, if it were me, I would have probably quit, because I would have felt like, God, if you led me to this, why aren't you providing? Where are you? And she told me today, she's like, I do have those moments. There are plenty of times where I come in and I'm like, God, where are you? But then she said, a moment like today, when all of us came in, singing, praying, giving her a word of encouragement, that was an answer to her prayer. And she said, now I know God is with me, and He is helping me do this.
The shacks I built is just basically a layer of tin, and today was really cold, and we're walking around and we were just getting chilled, and just thinking about how that would be, especially for the children at night during the winter. This is spring. Just how miserable that would be. You can't escape from the cold. Just my heart going out for the people, and just the conditions that they're living in. Yeah.